Alright, hey, what's up guys? Cody Parsons here. We're going to be going through the final 9 at the 2015 Cedar Creek Open in Fairmont, Minnesota. Alongside me here, I got one of the finalists, Michael Hall.
What's up, guys?
And we'll be doing the hole-by-hole play of everybody that's in the final 9. We got Scott Stokely coming in leading by 6 strokes, Ray Oberly Jr. just behind him, Michael Hall and Noah Meintsma tied at 3rd place. And so here, hole 1 has OB up on the left side. Scott Stokely here is lining up a forehand shot. Pretty textbook here, just stay safe, get up and down. It'd be a huge pump to get up there to look at a deuce. But
yeah, I think it plays between 400 and 450. You can definitely get there. It's just kind of a tough line because there's no direct line at it.
As Ray came out here aggressive and tried to get a big skip off the road, but unfortunately he didn't get up there.
I decided to go with the thumber here just because I thought it was something that would just be kind of guaranteed. Just stick into the fairway and had a really good chance of getting a putt to the basket. You can see here that I played it pretty much textbook, landed it straight in the OB road. Taking an OB stroke, but I was lucky enough to hit a piece of the grass up there. So I'll be able to take a putt from next to the basket.
Noah comes out with a huge backhand turnover shot, but unfortunately it clips this tree and trickles it down. Without that tree, I think he would have probably got another 100 foot on that drive. Been looking at a pretty good deuce opportunity.
I think it's a really good way to get to the basket. It's just a matter of getting that height because those trees do come into play.
Ray did slide out of bounds way back there, so we had to approach with another forehand, but left it short there.
Left himself the putt, but it is tough underneath that tree because it is so low to the basket. He'll have something, but it's not going to be easy.
Noah there, textbook, up and down. He'll look at an easy 3. Stokely here is more of a hyzer approach, but he gets a little bit of a backspin there under the tree, but should get up and down.
You can see where that thumber went, that it would have been a really good look at the basket. Went with a jump shot up shot here. Thought it would be pretty standard. I'll put it underneath the basket. I let it go a little bit right, but still a pretty easy putt.
Ray here with a awkward putting stance there, and kneel down and straddle, hits left side, air balls.
Scott, no problem. Put in his birdie 3. That was close enough to the pin where the tree wasn't really a factor here. Pretty easy putt. Clean my 4. Ray tapping in his bogey 5.
And Noah cleaning up with his par.
Noah playing incredible all weekend. He was on the top 2 cards pretty much the entire time. Just really playing solid golf. His putting was really impressive. Here's the second hole. This one plays from a temp tee pad all the way to 6's basket. I'd say it's about 430 to 450 to the pin.
Yeah, it's a huge crush.
You can get there, but it's a big one.
Stokely here comes out with a roller. Looks like it's going right to the basket, but it turns over to the right side. He's looking at about an 80-foot putt.
Holy shit.
There is OB path that goes to the fairway. Other than that, there's no OB. Someone steps up here with looking for a big backhand.
Didn't get it turned over in time. He clipped that little tree there, and he did hit that path there. That's unfortunate.
I went with a forehand approach here just because I have a little bit more distance on my forehand shots. Still learning this destroyer. It's pretty stable. I just didn't get it over enough. But I was fortunate enough to kind of hit some trees and stay off the path. Have an upshot from there.
Ray here has got a crush on his, I believe it is a Champ Boss. Coming in right side of the basket. Just a little roll back. But
Yeah, Ray.
Noah taking his meter off of the OB path here. Just really nice looking forehand approach. Just puts it under the basket, no problem. Forehand approach, oh slow, yeah, no, there's a problem there, but I'll have a goofy putt from there.
Yeah, Stokely is probably about 80 feet out or so, lining up his putt.
And just, I mean, all weekend he's just been on it like it's nothing. I think that was probably 80 feet. Really impressive. He's talking about it. He's just learned how to, his putting's really lit up, and he definitely showed it this weekend.
You see Ray's just outside the circle, takes a jump at it, but releases it a little low.
There's a weird straddle putt here. I definitely had a clean look at the basket. Just left it short. Taking a bogey 4 there.
Ray cleans up with 3. Noah with a 4. Mike here with a 4. Moving on to hole 3.
Hole 3 here is just normal. Hole 7, I believe. Just a straight shot. It's either backhand hyzer flip, or you'll see what these first two guys do. They're going to do forehand hyzer flips, which I was pretty surprised because I think it's more of a touch shot, but these guys, Ray and Scott, are probably two of the best at this shot.
Yeah, Scott comes out here with a huge hyzer flip and got a kick off that tree into the right.
Ray corrects off of that. Just near textbook shot here. Puts it within 15 feet.
Noah with his backhand just greases right past that first tree there, but didn't get the turnover he wanted. It faded out left way early.
Yeah, I'm going for the hyzer flip to the right here. It should be a pretty standard shot. Just missed it, turned it over, probably threw the disc a little bit too hard. Just turned it over, left it short. Just left with just a jumper approach here. No real shot at the basket. Scott kind of has a similar look here. Be a goofy run, but he just pops it under the basket, taking a 3. He has such a nice buffer here with his lead that he just needs to take 3s and take the title home.
Noah here lines up his forehand shot. Looks like it's money. Clips that top nub money. Nice run there.
Yeah, you could tell he thought that was in. Ray, let's see, like I said, pretty much textbook played that hole and takes a nice deuce.
Everybody cleans up here for their 3s and move on to hole 4.
Hole 4 is normal hole 8. Backhand turnover shot or forehand hyzer shot. Let's see both here. Predominantly forehand approach. Ray's on the tee here. Leaves his inside a little bit here.
Yeah, his hyzered in a little sooner than what he wanted it to. Stokely here does a nice shot up and down. He's gonna look at it pretty good too. Same with Noah, lining up his forehand shot. Tries to go a little wider, but ends up clipping this tree here and off to the left. I mean, he'll still have a look.
Not a great one. I'm for the turnover shot here just because it's been easier approach for me and did not work out here. It's my up shot. I just completely fixed it. Didn't put myself into more trouble or anything. Ran into the basket.
As you can see how thick that is, Ray just had a slight opening to forehand his approach. Noah here's got an awkward straddle, but he's just hitting the nubs on these cages in this round.
This is the look I had left here after that pristine up shot. Follow rate, just put pristine putt, just clear. There was no trouble to help that find the basket or anything. No, but I was pretty excited to make that putt because I definitely missed it and just got bailed out of jail.
It's a good bird for Stokely here to keep his run going. Noah and Ray here clean up with their 3s. Moving on to hole 5.
Hole 5 is it's either a flex forehand because it kind of goes, as you can see the window there. The basket's going to be through that path to the right. There's an OB path in the middle, so it's kind of a finesse forehand flex. If you give it too much turnover, you're going to end up cruising it right over the hill. There's a big cliff behind the basket, so you try to find something right in the middle. You can see the basket there a little bit to the right.
Junior here, he flexes out way too wide, and he does find himself going down the hill, unfortunately.
Noah just leaves his a little bit too inside there and just catches an early tree. I went with a thumber here just because I think it plays well when you're trying to control the distance, and it does get that nice flare to the right. And that finds itself pretty much right underneath the basket.
Yeah, baby.
Noah here is trying to do a hyzer flare, it looks like, just get himself up by the basket, but got caught up in this thick stuff here.
He's going to make a run for his three, and he thought he had that. I mean, that was a great putt. Just about saved a big three there. Scott with an awkward straddle putt. Catches a piece of the metal. I don't know how he did, but that was impressive just to get a piece of it.
Yeah, you see where Ray landed down, but it's easy up and down though to get his three and get out. Noah takes his 4, Ray takes his 3. Stokely also takes a 3. Mike here, pretty tough deuce.
I sweat that one out. That was a relief because I struggled with through a few holes. First few holes, it was really nice to have a no thinker. Kind of cleared my head a little bit here. This next hole here, it plays out to like a.
It's like a peninsula kind of a hole. You've got OB on both sides. You can see the path on the left. There's also a path up on the right. Players here just trying to do a forehand flare. Hopefully just try to land short of the basket. You don't want to give it too much.
You want to throw something stable but not too stable. If you throw too stable, you're just going to get a huge flare and it's going to go over OB path on the right hand side here.
You see where Stokely landed there. That was still probably about 35, maybe close to 40 feet.
Right through his pretty much right into the tree, and it's stuck right in the middle of the tree, which is just fine because you can just easily take a 3 here and you're not
nice shot. Get in the hole.
too big of a deal.
Go in.
There's no throwing the super overstable on the other side. You can throw this flare right across. Ray and I are both left with just little forehand up shots here.
Yeah, good shot.
Not trying to do anything crazy. Just put it by the basket. Don't take a forward. Just easy 3s.
Stokely here kind of looking at a slight death putt, but the way he's been on though, that's no problem.
No, he's just running at that all day. Whole weekend just banging them. And right here he's getting a little bit of crap about the football. The video that just came out, he took it in stride and had fun with the gallery. He's a pleasure to play with and to just generally be around.
As you can see where Noah went out here, he takes his meter in, easy tap in 3. As do Hall and Junior cleaning up to 3s and moving on to hole 7. The rain is starting to pick up here. There's been a storm kind of brewing up, and it's just starting to roll in now.
We could all feel it coming in, so we were all kind of playing a little bit rushed, but we're also taking our time, but we did know that the storm was going to eventually hit us here. Here's the next hole. You can see the basket straight down that tunnel shot. You can either take a forehand approach here. Scott attempted to, or otherwise you can put one down the middle. Scott hit an early tree.
Probably got maybe about 80 feet off the pad there. Just shy of the OB path.
I was going to go with the forehand approach before I saw that. And once I saw him do that, I just pulled my T-bird out and just put one down the middle. Just looked safer after watching that. Put this one within 25-30 feet of the pin. That felt pretty good.
Junior here lines up his big forehand. Looks like an awesome shot, but unfortunately there's a T-pad right there. Gets a huge flare down a hill, and it's very thick down there.
Noah tries to correct a little bit, not give it so much, and catches a little bit on the right. That was a little bit too soft. Something in the middle would have been really nice.
Stokely here lines up another big forehand hyzer, but ends up clipping this spruce tree here. As you can see, it's still sitting there. Fortunately for him, that 2-meter rule is not in effect.
So, no big deal. Pitch up, take a 4. Here's Noah's up shot. It's clipped down. It's kind of had a weird look through some trees here. Was still able to give himself a putt. Left himself probably right on the circle's edge.
As you can see where Junior landed down here. Very thick. This is one of the courses where you do not want to get off of the fairway. But he does have a roller that just kicks right on out. He'll look at a 3.
Yeah, left himself a nice 3 putt. Here's an hole from that circle's edge and just left. Ray trying to save his 3. I was surprised that he missed that putt. He was putting lights out all weekend. I thought for sure he was going to put that one in. Here you can see I have a little bit of a weird putt. I've got a whole bunch of stuff in front of me I've got to get over. Just gave it kind of a half run. I could have definitely could have given that a better shot, but I knew I was taking a stroke on the entire card, so I didn't want to do anything too crazy. No cleaning up his form, so did Scott. Even taking his 4 too.
Hole 8 here, it's 2 huge crushes. It's across the field here. I'd say it's probably in that 550 range. Got a big headwind coming in now, and so.
Yeah, this one's going to play across. There's an OB path in the middle. Otherwise, it's pretty much unimpeded. It's two pretty much full power drives to get to the pin here. It's on 5. It's 5A's basket that it plays to.
Yeah.
So, but basically wide open. You can just let it rip. Just make sure you get over the path in the middle. I went with older Star Boss, bottom step Star Boss that I've been throwing for a long time. It's got a big turn on it. See, I turned it over a little bit too far right, but it's not really a big deal. It just skips up there and got a clean look at it for 3.
Stokely here comes out with a roller. Works out pretty good, doesn't go OB, stays in the open. Fortunately, the hill does slightly go downhill, so we cannot see it.
But he definitely bit off a bunch of the fairway here, and here comes Reagan with his Champ Boss. He really crushed it, but it looks like the wind that's kind of picking up here stalled it a little bit, and he was a little bit shorter than it otherwise would have been, but he was still able to get over the path.
Nova here tries to do a big hyzer flip, early release it there and clip the tree. His approach here, he has to try to hit a skinny gap to get up and down. Unfortunately, he ends up clipping one of the last trees, and he's left with a forehand on out of here.
Yeah, that was a tough approach shot. I mean, it's just one of those where you have to, it's a full power drive, and to hit such a small gap, I mean, that's just a lower percentage shot, and he went for it because, in the final 9 here, and he knew that he had, and he's running out of time. I had about, I'd say 375 to 400 feet to the pin here. I had a right to left, kind of a tailwind, so I threw it for the keeper and was able to just ride it right to the basket.
Junior here goes out wide, hopefully to get a flare up there, but fortunately he finds the thick behind the basket again. Stokely here with a huge thumber coming in and just hitting the bucket.
So it's nothing. Second time he's done it this weekend. Round 3 he hit right into the bottom of the bucket with a thumber. He's got an ejecto, but the second time he's put a thumber right on target this weekend. It's fun to watch.
Ray's upshot there, clipping one of the last branches, so he's still looking at a tester putt. As well as no way here, giving it a run, but unfortunately the nose was up and rolled that wind right past it.
You got that right to left, just getting underneath the flight plate and you're just gonna pick it up and throw it.
Ray here, unfortunately, misses his putt on the left side.
He's got it in the basket. He's left about a 35 footer right into that headwind. But like he's been doing all weekend, it's no problem.
Very similar putt too with Noah there.
It looked like he thought that it was the wind would let it ride, so he left it a little bit low, but just kept it down low. In here, I just didn't want the pressure to get to me, so I started just not taking my time with my putts and just stepping up and putting them in. There's Ray cleaned his Cody E5. Was able to grab 2 strokes from Ray there. Actually, 5 per second.
So we're moving on to the final hole here. Everybody's shaking hands, congratulating each other. The final hole here goes across the field. There is a path halfway, 3/4 of the way up to the basket, and the rain is really starting to pick up now. The storm's coming in.
Yeah. Major headwind here. It rains right in our face. This hole, it plays pretty straightforward when it's nice and calm, but right now with that headwind coming there is an OB path in between the pad and the pin. And so you basically just want to get that disc over that OB path and take a 3 here. Be definitely play as a bonus, bonus 2 with these wind conditions. So I picked my most overstable destroyer here. I'm just trying to keep it low and just fight into the wind, and I do not keep it low. And just let the wind get underneath the flight plate and just picked it up and threw it to the right. Very fortunate to be in bounds there by about a foot.
Stokely here, very similar, but with a forehand shot. Hoping he gets over that path there, and he does. Very happy.
Same kind of shot, just identical forehand. Basically the same shot. So Ray's going to try to crack up this after watching us really start his nose up. He knows this is really important for him to park it so that he can take a solo second. He knows he hit it.
Just a nice line there. Gets a little bit too much of a flare, but he's still looking at it. The deuce opportunity there.
About 30-35 footer opportunity. Also really plays that wind well, keeps that nose down, lets that overstable right into it. He barely missed that park job. You can see the wind is just kicking your pouring rain. I was interested in putting my gate underneath it. I wasn't even thinking about running at it. Just want to put myself in there to take a 3. Scott doing a run. Here's Ray. He knows this is a big putt. At the time, he thought this was to tie second, but it turns out this was to take a solo second place, so this is about 125 foot putt for him. He just misses. Without that headwind, he would have banged that 9 out of 10 times, no doubt.
Noah here takes a run at it and hits the bucket. Easy 3 for him, as same with Junior here. Takes a 3.
I step up here. I know this is a big putt for me too. And again, I don't really want to think about it. I'm just trying to get clean hands here. Just step up and just put it in. And the tournament. Was able to pop that one in. Felt really good about that.
Stokely with a tap in 3 there.
He could have 11 putted that. He won the tournament by 12 strokes. You can see he's super excited. Played great all weekend. He's gonna go give his lady a big kiss.
Yeah, he just threw some MVPs in his bag. I'm sure you guys everybody's seen that story, but it worked out well for him. First round, he ended up coming out with a 1072 and keep the ball rolling there for the next 3 rounds into the final there.
And you can see the final scores here. Stokely's with 209, winning by 12 strokes over the field. Was able to gain a few strokes during the final 9 and catch up to Ray here. And Noah had a tough final 9, but he played strong all weekend. Just really impressed by his play the whole time. So yeah, that's all we got here for footage.
Yeah, if you guys are ever in the Fairmont area this time of year, it's usually like mid-August or so, check out the Cedar Creek Open, ran by Trevor Boney and friends and family of his. Always ran a great event. This was my first year down there, and I'll definitely be back next year. And a lot of history down there. And so 2 of the courses that we played on, Cedar Creek West is kind of a technical, but if you have a thumber, you should cruise right through the course. East is a little bit more technical, but it's Minnesota golf. You know, if you're off the fairway, you're in the thick, and a lot of great people down here. Great atmosphere. Unfortunately, it started the rain here towards the end, but could have been a lot worse.
No, I think the rain kind of added to the whole thing. It just was something we were lucky enough to avoid the whole weekend, and it just finally showed up in the last 3 or 4 holes of the final 9. So we got to I'd be happy with that. But then again, I mean, thanks again to Trevor and his whole family. It's a huge family event. They put on such a good show, and it's just done so professionally well that I look forward to playing it every year, and I can't wait till next year.
Alright guys, thanks for watching.
That's what we got. Hit the subscribe button. Talk to you guys soon.